From the John DeVita Broadcast Center, it's time for the Don of Sports with the big guy on the Windy City Hometown Entertainment Network. And now, the Don of Sports.
Hi, everybody. This is the Don of Sports here, and boy, I got a great announcement for you out there, folks. The big guy is going to join me again. You know, we were on the radio for 10 years on the radio, WJJG, Johnny DeVita's station. And we broke up after the station closed and so on, and I started doing podcasts here with Johnny DeVita, and I said, you know, hey, big guy, how about joining me on a podcast show? And he said, yeah, Don, all right, that sounds good. And we always got along real great, and Tommy's a great trivia guy and knows a lot of stuff. So, Tom, nice to see you again,
good,
buddy.
Good to be back, Don.
Nice to have you. So it's going to be the Don of Sports and the big guy. And we got a special guest on the end, big guy, Big Jack Red Ryan. Hello, Jack.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, buddy. I'll tell you, Tommy and Jack, you know, we're sponsored by Primerica Investments by Mike Figarelli, my nephew. Fox Bowl in Wheaton. If you ever want to bowl, you go to a beautiful place, Tommy. Fox Bowl, they're in Wheaton. Wayne H. O'Brien. You know what the H stands for?
Hockey sticks.
Yeah,
hockey sticks. I love it.
Hockey and
drumsticks.
Yeah, right, and houses. He's a real estate guy, so if you want to buy or sell a house, you got to give Wayne a call. Ozzy's the world best sub. Intren Incorporated, my friend Loretta Rosenmeyer is the CEO. They do a lot of work for ComEd, Tom. Intren, boy, great. Started out small and a big company right now.
Great.
800 employees. Wayne H. I said that. Auto Advantage of Addison. If you need some work on your car, go over to Addison Advantage on Lake Street. J.D. Muggs, you've been in J.D. Muggs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jack, you ever been in J.D. Muggs with us?
No, I haven't. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, you got to get in there. They got 33 great beers, you know, and it's a home of the He-Man Burger.
That's right. I remember the He-Man Burger.
So you got to get over there, Jack. Located at 427 Addison Road.
Well, maybe I'll go there right after this.
Yeah, you should. And the Pyramid Bar and Pizzeria. That's a kind of a new sponsor, Tommy.
Oh,
the Pyramid. That's something, you know. Do you guys play pool? I mean, have you played pool in your...
Very little.
The sign of a misspent youth, isn't it?
Yeah, right. But I'm telling you guys, if you go in there, if you go in that pyramid, they've got 25 tables lined up, pool tables.
Wow.
It's fantastic. You got to get in there. It's a pyramid. They're on Lake Street in Addison. And Max Gold, here's another place. Here's one of my sponsors. You guys got to get in there. Max Golden Pheasants.
Oh, Max Golden Pheasant. I love it.
Yeah, on North Avenue around Route 83. Been there for like 60, 70 years.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Max Golden Pheasant. Steve Mack is the owner, but he's the son of the original owner. Boy, terrific food. They got a special every night for supper or dinner, you know, and a great bar. Max Golden Pheasant. So that's it. Our sponsors, we'll hear from them a little later on. And
Don, I got a question.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
Fox Bowl, is that on Butterfield?
Yes.
Don, you know what I did there? I hosted a party there.
Uh-huh.
I was the MC for they were bringing back dogs from Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and I had my own microphone, and I hosted there. I remember that. Now, Here's the other thing you won't believe. That's near Briarcliff. Which is the little town there.
Okay.
And you know what that used to be?
No.
Laurie's father's farm.
Is that right? The farm?
It used to be across from Scott's farm.
Yeah.
And in fact, where the drugstore is was where the house was. He was a gentleman farmer.
10, 15 acres, something like that?
Oh, no.
More?
80 on one side.
Is that,
yeah.
Is that right?
And it goes way back. I remember going out there and going in the cornfield, and he said to me, "Go pick some corn." And I picked the wrong kind. I picked the popping corn. I mean, not the kind that you can eat.
Yeah,
the feed I had.
The feed corn, yeah.
Yeah. Right. That's a true story.
Who do you think you were, Orville Redmond? Redenbacher? or what?
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
Well,
I
he's got
told
the
him.
hair like Orville
Yeah.
Redenbacher.
Yeah, in fact, I told the owner about the story, and he thought it was fascinating.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what I was surprised at, you guys? To bring a puppy back from Afghanistan
For
or
the
Iraq,
soldiers, right.
It's about $3,000 or $4,000
To go, and it takes a long time, and you got to go through all kinds of tests and customs and everything.
Yeah,
Because they get used to them out there in the field, and it's close to $5,000 to bring them back.
that much. Yeah, I was so surprised. That's
We're
why
gonna do another
It's a
one.
fundraiser, right?
We're going to do another one in August.
Are you?
Yeah,
That
so I'll
seems
be there.
successful because people there. They're enthused about puppies and
Right.
dogs. You know what I mean?
And then
I'll give you $500. I love dogs.
Yeah, and then I had, when they were bowling, I would tease everybody. I've seen you bowl. Start this way. Our Father who art in heaven, you might get a strike. So
Yeah, I know you're good at that. Yeah, and there were some girls there from
the
softball team.
From the professional girls softball team, and they were great. They all had dogs, by the way, and that's why they showed up. And there were a lot of prizes.
right.
We brought a lot of prizes there and had a lot of fun and made a little money for
I
them.
bet you they raised quite a bit because, like, people are with puppies or dogs, it's like their own children,
No,
right?
Exactly.
They become a family member, don't they?
Yes.
The dog?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, fellas, we're going to take a fast break and we'll be right back. So hang on, folks. Beautiful.
You didn't know that.
Hi everybody, the Donna Sports here. Hey you guys, it's time to get out and golf. The DuPage County Forest Preserve courses are open. Maple Meadows at 272 Addison Road in Woodgale. It's a links type course that is in great shape and no trees to hit. That's what a links type course is, not many trees. Oak Meadows at 900 North Wooddale Road in Addison is a traditional course with trees, beautiful flowers, and not many sand traps. And the price is reasonable. And get this, it has the longest bar in DuPage County for the 19th hole. And Green Meadows on 63rd and Westmont, a shorter course that is in great shape also. All of these courses are waiting for you at reasonable prices. Call Oak Meadows at 630-595-0071 and make your tee time.
America is one of the largest financial services marketing organizations in the nation, with approximately 95,000 licensed independent representatives. Primerica is an industry leader in financial services. I'm Mike Figarelli, an independent representative and senior vice president in the Bensonville area, and the company's goal is to help ordinary families prepare for their financial futures. We've shown many local families how to do just that, and we are prepared to grow locally by providing people with financial solutions as well as a great business opportunity. As an independent representative with Primerica, you can build a business of your own, part-time or full-time. To learn more about the Primerica business opportunity, call me, Mike Figarelli, at 630-860-0033. Again, that's 630-860-0033.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Donna Sports here with the big guy. My partner now is going to be great. Our guest for today is Big Red Ryan on the end there. And, fellas, did you watch the Bulls game or did you read about the Bulls? What do you think? You're surprised that they've lost 2 games, guys?
I'm not surprised, but I am surprised. You could say it that way. The interesting thing to me is when I picked up the paper this morning, it did not give any statistics. I usually look at Noah's, what he does, rebounds, and in the paper, they didn't have anything.
Really?
Points,
recapped and nothing?
Nothing. And I checked it carefully. I was looking at your edition here, if it was the later edition or whatever, but it's the same one that I had.
Okay.
And I was curious who was the high scorer, who did what. And I didn't watch the game. I was at a meeting, but what can I say? They just, they're really great. The coach is great, and they play hard. And sometimes that catches up with you.
Yeah, right. What do you think, Red?
Tom, maybe it's the same reason that the Sun-Times, they omit the attendance at the Cell games when they're not doing so well. That could be the same way.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, is that right?
This is coming from a Sox fan, too. So
Well, we'll forgive you.
At the Cell.
We'll forgive you for that.
Isn't it 2 against 1?
Yeah, right. Well, I'm kind of neutral, Tom. I've always said that. I don't dislike the Cubs. I don't dislike the Sox. You know what I mean? It's a Chicago team. That's how I look at it. And then when I go home, yeah, who's on the soccer? Oh, good, I could watch a ball game, a baseball game.
Right.
You know, you were semi-pro for God's sake.
A pro too for a while.
Yeah.
But you understand that why I'm a Cub fan.
Why?
Oh, well, yeah, you own 10 shares. Or
I own
something?
9 shares of the Cubs before Wrigley sold it. The largest independent shareholder. Today, it would be worth close to $900,000 because they only had 10,000 shares. I remember when Brickhouse had 1 share, and I said, "Jack, what'd you do with your share?" He said, "My wife took it in the divorce."
Oh,
True story.
Right. Yeah, but that's right.
And I met DeRocher and met all those
Yeah,
fellows.
well, sure, being a stockholder. But getting back to the Bulls, fella, here's my take on it. The home announcers like Stacey King and the other guy, Neil Funk, right?
Right.
I mean, they're pretty good announcers, but I mean, they're when the Bulls are playing and they make a shot or do a play, they go crazy. You know, oh my God, you know, it's like these are the greatest players in the world. You know, and they're so terrific. But basically, when they play a team that's not as good as them. Yeah, they beat up on them. But then, when they play a good team,
yeah, they play very. I think
they play hard. You're right,
Yeah,
they do.
I think the matchups is what lost the game for them.
But they don't have the talent.
But you know who begs more than anybody? The White Sox announcer. Am I right, Jack?
Which one?
Harrelson?
Hawk Harrelson and Steve Stone, no.
Yeah, Harrelson. Stone is a great analyzer, but you know, the only thing he's missing, Hawk, is a prayer. You know.
Yeah, I sometimes enjoy him, but then in a way, Tom, I don't for some reason.
You're right.
You know,
he's always saying, you know, he's down 9-0. If we get 2 men on base, then we got 3, and then we got 4, and then the lights go out, and he's still talking.
Right. Yeah, and he'll go. Well, I know this kid's father, and that guy was a terrific outfielder, and he had a restaurant, and
I know we're picking on Big Red.
Well, but in all seriousness and in all fairness to Hawk Harrelson, the days of the Harry Carey when he was at his best, I mean, him and Jimmy Pearsall when they were together. Was the best thing on television, period.
Yeah, you're right.
But
right.
you can't say too much now. Owners get too
temperamental about it.
Oh, is that right?
Touchy and
oh,
sure.
And then the guy on the radio, what's the guy on the radio from St. Rita's? What's
Ed Farmer.
Ed Farmer.
Yeah.
That guy. Well, I mean, he's good. He sees everything,
Right.
He said, "Oh, look at the guy in the bullpen's blowing his nose."
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, who cares in a way, And then, there's the popcorn vendor. He's there, and he's having a good day. You know what I mean?
And you think you knew baseball, see?
Yeah, right. But
anyway, the Bulls. It's tough now because this team has confidence and they're going home.
Oh, yeah, you mean the Wizards.
Yes.
And they're not even one of the top teams, actually,
Right.
either in the East, What are they going to do if they got past the Wizards? Could they beat the Heat? Could they beat the Indiana?
No. But even though it's a feather in their cap, I mean, that's all they need,
Yeah, I give them credit. Give Thibodeau credit, right, to keep them together.
What do you think?
play hard.
What are the odds of Thibodeau going to New York someday?
Well, that's always in the...
If he buys a ticket.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Jackson may try to bring someone
Well, that's
like
right.
that.
He fired the one Did they get a new coach?
Not yet, no, they
Oh,
didn't.
they're still looking. Mm-hmm. Well, how about you, big guy? You played basketball in your career.
Oh, did you notice at the contest when I was there and I was telling them to shoot higher and everything and not to use the one ball? Wasn't that right?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, folks, we're going to tell you about a little event we had. It was called the Donna Sports Challenge. And we invited 10 guys to participate in it. And we had 4 events, right, Tommy?
Correct.
Yeah, we had basketball, football. This was done indoors, by the way. Golf and soccer.
Right.
Okay, and my son John is the National Fitness Hall of Fame curator. He thought it up, and it was pretty good. And Tommy was the MC on the television. And what did you notice about the athletes? I mean, they were all pretty good athletes.
They were good, and the interesting thing was that the fellow with the biggest muscles, I mean, he knocked the wall down when he threw a football, and you'd encourage him, and he'd throw it harder. And the other,
That's right, Lee Ropus.
Yeah, Lee Ropus was unbelievable, and then you had a good some very good athletes there too, because the long shots, which were long, they were a little longer than I thought you'd.
Yeah, right. I had trouble with the 3-pointer.
Yeah.
I mean.
And also there were 2 balls, and I told them to use a real good one when I checked them.
Yeah,
and
you were right.
It was interesting, and then I teased them, and it was a lot of fun. But they were really great about it. They let me,
Yeah, they
tease
right.
them.
Yeah, they went along with it. That was
Right.
my nephew. What'd you tell him? Well, if the lights go out, we can still see it. What? Because he
Yeah,
had that.
yeah.
He had that chartreuse.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I mean, it was, I had to wear sunglasses.
Yeah, but it was fun. Then we of course hit golf indoors. You can't use a real ball, Red, but we had plastic balls which worked pretty good. They hold the line pretty good, and you had to hit a target. Oh, maybe 20, 30 yards away, Tom. Yeah.
Right, and it was hard because after they were using 9s and 8s, right? Weren't they?
Right. Yeah.
I would have used a 5 or something where you get more of a line drive out of it.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a thought. Maybe
Because a lot of them didn't make the distance.
yeah, kept coming up short.
Oh yeah, and it would fade at the end. A little harder ball might be good.
Mm-hmm. Well, next time we do it, we'll try that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get on to the Blackhawks now, fellas. Wow, they lost 2 games. That killed them. I think that hurt them right there, losing the 2 games. Now they got to win 4 games in a row, right? They got to win 4 games in a row to advance.
Well, no, they could lose 1 game and then win.
I don't think so because
It's a 7-game series.
yeah, they go back to St. Louis after. Oh, how many games in Chicago?
I think it goes 2 and then 1-1-1. It goes 2 here and then 1-1-1. So let's say they won here and they lost the next one in St. Louis. They'd have to win here and then win 1 in St. Louis.
Yeah, they got to win.
Isn't that
3 out
right,
of
Red?
4.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to wake you up.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
I know,
I'm observing.
I know. I teased a lot. You got to understand that. I do.
I know. I'm used to it.
Well,
Bullying
Tommy,
now.
Yeah,
right.
Jack, of course, as you know, is a big Notre Dame fan. And he went down. How was that game, by the way, Jack? He went down to the spring game.
The blue.
But is it it's a scrimmage, really? Isn't
Well,
it?
it's the offense versus the defense. So the defense has different ways they can put points on the board.
Right.
Intercepting a pass, knocking down a pass, sacking the quarterback, which consists of tagging him because there's limited contact.
Do you ever go to the regular games?
Oh, sure.
If you need tickets, call me.
Okay. I'll remember.
I mean, I think I had, for games last year, I probably had 12 to 15.
Ones you couldn't even give away, probably, huh?
At one time, I did eat a couple of them, but I got rid of some of them.
Yeah.
But my friend went.
What are you, a season ticket holder, Tommy?
No, Jim Just. You know Jim.
Oh, Jimmy Just, yeah. Okay.
Jim is a former player, and as a matter of fact, he played in the game when they beat Oklahoma 7-0.
Yeah, I saw that game. It was the first game that Oklahoma lost.
Yeah,
Terry Brennan was the coach.
Right.
See?
And where did Terry Brennan grow up?
Chicago.
In Milwaukee, and he went to Marquette High School.
Well,
let me tell you about that. Oklahoma lost a game and then won 47 in a row, and they lost to Notre Dame on both ends.
Really?
Now, you remember UCLA 88 game wins?
Yeah.
They lost to Notre Dame on both ends. I was at the last one.
Wow.
That's what you get for betting against Holy Mother of the Church.
Here's another thing. Have you ever heard of Mats Tonelli?
Yeah.
It sounds familiar.
Mats Tonelli was a Notre Dame great player, and there's a great story because he was in our parade and he was the Grand Marshal.
Oh, he was captured. Wasn't he the guy?
He was in the death march at Bataan, and he's walking along, and a Japanese soldier comes up and struggles with him to take off his ring. Mm-hmm. He takes it off, and this you're not going to believe. A captain in the Japanese army came up to him in perfect English, said, "What did he do?" He said, "He took my ring. I was a Notre Dame." He said, "I went to Southern Cal. I saw you play." True story. He got the ring back for him, and for the rest of his life, he said, "You just hide that ring." And he used to hide it in his home in Skokie. Mm-hmm. Now, he had a professional contract. After being so thin and emaciated, he came back and he worked up a little bit, and he was playing for, I forget who, maybe it was the Cardinals.
Chicago
and the coach says, "Get in there, Tonelli." And he goes in there, and he takes him out after one play, and he says, "Go home, you got your retirement." It's a great story.
Oh,
and
you
the guy
mean that qualified him?
Yes, and the guy looked like Yogi Berra. Really, it was a great story. He passed away since then.
Yeah, Mats Tonelli. It's a great story. All right, hey guys, so we're going to take a fast break, and we'll get right back. So stay with us, folks. Wow, that was great.
That's a good
Yeah.
name.
you get a chance, get over to J.D. Muggs Bar and Grill, located at 437 North Addison Road in Addison, Illinois. 33 different kinds of beer. Can you imagine that? It's the home of the He-Man Burger, and baby, that is a He-Man Burger. Wait till you see the size of that burger. Chicken Caesar salad, which is one of my favorites. It's a friendly atmosphere. There's karaoke on Wednesday night and a great DJ on Fridays. Call Dean at 630-833-2570.
Hi, my name is Tom Sims. I'm the owner of Fox Bowl. We are Fox Bowl Training Center and Pro Shop. We set ourselves apart because we emphasize instructions. We have a full-time bowling instructor, Greg Zika. We have instant replay, videotape each bowler. Another program that we have is our Youth Bowling, USA Bowling. It's an 8-week program, after school type of thing. It's 8 weeks for $88 with instructions, and every child gets a free bowling ball, a $75 value. And thank you from Fox Bowl.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hey, we're here with my partner now, the Donna Sports and the big guy, Tom Michael, and our guest is Jack Red Ryan. Now, NASCAR Jeff, hold on. Just want you to hear this. The big guy's got a Notre Dame story that's very interesting, so just hold on, okay?
You know, the Heisman winners, they go to New York now, and they bring back the old Heisman winners, and Johnny Latner was there. And what they get is a football signed by every past Heisman winner.
Wow.
So he comes home with 11, 12 footballs, and he gives it to his daughter, and they use it as a charity thing.
Oh,
so you've got all this, which is great.
Yeah.
But this happens now. The Heisman, you know how much hype there is.
Yeah.
When Paul Hornig won the Heisman, Jim Just was in his room, and the trainer came down and said they want to see you in the office. Mm-hmm. And he found out that he was the Heisman winner when he went to the office. Oh. Back in those days, they didn't have, the hoopla.
Oh, and now,
right.
What you go through, it's a big TV show.
Right.
And, oh, my God.
You know, it's like in baseball. When you got hit years ago, you just rubbed it off, But today you get hit, you call your mother and the attorney and the nun, everything.
That's right. All right. Hey, NASCAR Jeff. Oh, yeah. Now I got you. All right, beautiful. Now, Jeff, like I say, we started a new show, the Donna Sports and the Big Guy, and he's got a lot of information about different things. But anyway, and then our guest for today is Jack Red Ryan. But we want you to tell us about the Indianapolis 500. Wait a minute, the 500? Yeah, wait.
That's next month.
Memorial Day.
Yeah. Are you going to go down there?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to be here. I've got a wedding to go to. Everybody seems to be having weddings at the same time. So,
well, yeah, it's kind of a common thing, right? Around this time of the year.
It's a healthy sign.
Oh yeah. Well, if I ever get my act together and put my do my racing show, I'd probably go out there and get a what do you call it, a pass for media pass, but.
Well, tell the fellows about your career in racing. You started out go-karting and so on.
Go-karting, dirt bike racing. I used to race motocross back when the days when they didn't have dirt bikes. You made your own. Man, that's going way back. Off-road racing. Last car I drove in a NASCAR type. It was a Winston Cup car back then. Was a Monte Carlo, and it was just a step below the ARCA races, and I did that for about half a year.
Wow, good for you.
It was doing it, trying to get sponsorship, as well as working, and I sponsored part of the time, and with my company, and they did that, but I've grown up around any kind of racing since I was a toddler, so...
Yeah. Do you do racing now?
No, I just I loved it. My whole idea is I got a lawnmower tractor here I accumulated for nothing.
Oh, we could hear it when we couldn't hear you on the phone.
Well, I'm going to...
Did you ever hear of Dennis Hiffman?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got his autograph.
Dennis Hiffman?
Who is he,
Yep.
Tommy?
He's a friend of mine. We curled together.
Inman, he was at Daytona 500.
Is that right?
Yeah, see?
And I got several people's autographs that we're honoring, that went into... Dennis Dale Inman.
Right, interesting.
They went into the Hall of Fame, and so they had a lot of people down there that I got a chance to talk to and get an autograph. It was fun, and I enjoyed that.
Out of curiosity, what do you drive now?
What's that?
What car do you drive now, out of curiosity?
I don't drive one per se. I have a friend of mine.
No, your regular car.
Oh, my car, I got an F-150.
Ford
My wife's
F-150.
got a Honda, but if I had it my way, I'd get
F-150,
it,
that sounds like a fighter plane, doesn't it?
Well, I'd get the Mustang.
Or Mustang, yeah.
Oh, hey.
I love Mustangs. I got a friend that has one. I've always wanted one since I was a kid. My cousins had one. They're twins. They had two of them, but this year is the 50th anniversary, or yesterday was, for the Ford Mustang.
Wow.
Right.
Just
a side note, I did meet last year the lady that bought the first Mustang, a 64 and a half. She was at the Tour de Elegance car show in Geneva in September.
Wow.
So
I wonder how much that's worth, huh?
Oh my gosh, yeah. But she was supposed to be at that big celebration I think it was in Charlotte, with the people like Jack Roush, which is a big guy to him and Carroll Shelby brought back the Mustang. Mm-hmm. And they were both in cahoots with each other in the beginning, but anyway, the racing bit, it's going on. They don't race during Easter week, so they were off last weekend.
Well, good for them. Yeah, they should. Yeah.
And the way it stands now, you got Kevin Harvick in first place, Dale Jr. is second, and Jimmy Johnson is third.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so in the point standing, and they're actually it's going to be interesting this year because Kevin Harvick is driving for Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart has 4 cars out there, so
wow.
Yeah, and Tony's not doing so good, but Kevin Harvick's the only one that's. So it's been an interesting year. They've got some new rule changes and some new. The cars is the first time they've used these type of cars on the tracks. That all they did was change the body a little bit to make them a little bit more, consumer friendly, so to speak. They want to make them more like the old ones, which they're not. But
how's the attendance, Jeff? I understand maybe with the economy and so on, maybe they're not drawing quite as many people as they used to. Although I don't know, people just they'll always have the dough to go to a game,
Well, as far as the Cup guys, I think pretty much everything's been sold out. Whether they all show or not, I don't know. It's kind of like the Bears games when a lot of people buy tickets and don't show up. So I know that the Cup guys are doing good on that end of it. As far as Nationwide and the other ones, Nationwide's they're never going to sell out, but they do have. I think they're getting a better following. There's this argument. A lot of people are wishing that the Cup guys don't drive in the Nationwide series, which is a step down from the Cup, because it seems like the ones that are winning all the races are the Cup guys. And,
right.
There's some new guys, new up and comers out there that want to be a part of that whole group, and it just seems like the first 10 or 12 guys are all the top echelon guys. Well, there's this argument that if you pull the Cup guys out, that nobody will show up for the races, which I kind of,
could be,
it's hard to say, but ARCA is the next step down from the Nationwide, and I've been to ARCA races, and there isn't. If you get 10,000 people to watch a race, you'll be lucky.
Yeah,
usually they try to throw the ARCA guys in the same night with the Nationwide guys, so they get get enough people to watch the new guys. But if you're a true racer, you watch every race, whether it's dirt track or all the way up to the big guys.
That's how my brother-in-law. I want to tell you, Tim, Jeff, do me a favor though. Go online or whatever you have to do when you get to vote for the Hall of Fame. Vote for Freddie Lorenzen, will you, for me? You can go online and Hall of Fame votes, but vote for Freddie Lorenzen, will you? He's a friend of my brother-in-law. Who I met him once, so. If you can do that for me, okay, Jeff?
The only thing in the paper today about motorsports of the Indy car is they placed driver Helio Castroneves on probation.
Oh no!
Well,
through June.
The Indy cars, they started racing already. A lot of people don't know this, but they're kind of doing what NASCAR does. They started the season already, and it's not their big race. Their big race, of course, is Indy 500. But there's also this thing about the 500 where they were talking about getting it set so that unless you're a full-time car and driver, that you shouldn't race on it, because what happens is the field gets bloated. They get huge turnouts because there's doctors and lawyers, people like David Letterman. They own a car, but they only race it in one race.
We want that publicity. All right, hey Jeff, listen, buddy, I'd like to go a long time with you, but we got to get on the other end of it. Okay, so
okay, well, you guys have a good time. Nice meeting.
Thanks for the call,
you, Jack.
All right, bye. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Jeff can go.
Everybody, this is Don Figarelli of Don of Sports talking about Wayne Houses O'Brien. For all your real estate needs, call Wayne Houses O'Brien. Yes, the H stands for houses. At 630-235-5880 or visit his website at flyingrealtor@yahoo.com. That's right, he's a pilot. He'll take a picture of your home from the sky. Whether you're buying or selling, call Wayne at 630-235-5880. He has residential, commercial, and investment properties. He is honest, hardworking, and friendly. Those are all the traits you want in a realtor. He loves hockey and he loves to fly. Again, call Wayne Houses O'Brien at 630-235-5880 or visit him on his website at flyingrealtor@yahoo.com. Hi everybody, I'm here with Ralph Venturini from Ozzy's, the world's best subs at Wolf and Grand in Melrose Park. Hi Ralph. Ralph, tell the folks a little bit about the history of Ozzy's.
Well, I'll tell you what. It started in 1971. It was a little grocery store, and my father decided that it came up for sale, and he decided that he would take advantage and go ahead and buy this little business and take a whirl at it. And it was just a tiny little 800 square foot space, and him and my mom ran it, and they learned it. And
all right, give me the ingredients of your great Italian subs.
Well, I'll tell you, the Italian has 3 kinds of meat. We put provolone cheese on it, Italian dressing, lettuce and tomatoes, and if you like, you can add pickles, onions, and peppers, and let me tell you, this sandwich is excellent.
Come on, folks, get out to Ozzy's at Wolf and Grand. Open 24 hours. Give them a call at 847-455-0845.
Welcome back, Fatima. Fatima.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fatima. Happy birthday to you.
Wow.
Thank you. You're making me cry.
Was it that bad?
Fatima, listen, we're broadcasting now, of course, from John DeVita's Broadcast Center, and my show is going to be with the big guy now, okay? Remember Tom, the big guy, Michael?
Oh, yeah.
So now the show's going to be the Donna Sports and the big guy. But sitting in with us now is Big Jack Red Ryan. You know Jack, don't you?
Right, yeah.
Hi.
So
Happy
the
birthday.
fellas, they just want to ask you a few questions, like your age.
Never. What's the question? Got a question, somebody?
Yeah. Go ahead, Tommy.
What's the question? What are you going to do today?
Well, the kids have so much activities tonight, so we're planning, just to go local restaurant around here. So, yeah, just to celebrate a little bit.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I would send Don the check.
Is John taking you out somewhere?
Huh? John? Yeah, John will, and the kids, we're just going to go out tonight.
Oh, that's sweet. You know.
He should take you to downtown Chicago somewhere,
What?
a fancy restaurant.
You don't have to go that far.
Yeah.
Right.
Being 39 years old now, you should... Yeah. Fatima, how's Johnny doing? Now, the Hall of Fame, of course, is coming up, the banquet, National Fitness Hall of Fame. And what are your duties going to be there?
May 4th.
Huh?
What are your duties going to be at the dinner?
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people from fitness. So, like, Tony Leo will be the host.
Oh, that's
And,
right. Yeah, Tony Little.
Yeah, and yeah, so well, he got a lot of lists, and there's so few names to to mention. But yeah, so
Well,
it will be a big event.
Yeah, well, it's funny in fitness. Like you can mention a name to an average person, and they don't understand, they don't recognize it. But in that, if you're in that field of fitness and so on and wellness, you mention someone that say, "Oh yeah, I know him or her. She's written 3 or 4 books, or 5 books, or 10 books." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not like baseball or football. They you see who's Walter Payton. Everybody knows that. But in fitness, it's amazing how much talent that there is.
Oh, sure.
In that field. And Johnny researches that. He knows that. He said, "Hey John, who's that?" He got John Jones on. I go, "John Jones, who's that?" He said, "Well, that guy invented Nautilus." Now, if you say Nautilus,
Arthur Jones.
Yeah, then
everybody knows, right? But it's amazing how they know each other.
Well, what I've noticed too at the banquets I've been is generally there's such a good, friendly, easy to approach group of people too. There's no, there's no I'm on this plane in your hair. It's just
and they're famous people in that field.
Yeah.
Jack, you're absolutely right.
It will be a big event, so.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you there.
Exciting.
All right, Fatima, we'll let you go. Again, happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you, Grandpa, and thank you, Dad, and we'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, folks.
And thank you, everybody, for the beautiful song.
you're too kind.
All right, we'll be right back, folks.
All right, Dad. Okay, have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'd like you to go over to Addison Advantage of Addison, a car care center. Why? Because they have a free inspection for your brakes, your exhaust, your struts, your shaft, ball joints, radiators, water pumps, timing belts, tires, wheel bearing. You realize, Chad, there are that many things that would be done on a car?
Hey, that's all called preventive maintenance, right?
That's absolutely right. Yeah, it's absolutely right.
You can't be too safe.
Yeah, get in there but if you do need some things, there's a $20 bonus voucher for any service over $250, which that save you $20, and a $5 bonus voucher. I keep saying voucher. $5 off any service over $30. That'd be easy to do. An oil change would be that. You'd get $5 off. They're located at 885 Lake Street in Addison. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6. On Saturday from 8 to 3, give Dominic or Leon a call at 630-543-1397. All right, that's Auto Advantage of Addison, Car Care Center, great guys. They have best warranty around and the longest warranty around. Brakes are $70 off on a brake job with a 4-wheel lifetime warranty. Can you imagine that? And a 1-year warranty on all labor that they do. All work comes with a warranty. So if you need your oil change, you need transmission, you need flush, or front end work, fuel pumps, whatever you can think of on your car, go over to Addison Advantage of Addison at 885 Lake Street in Addison. Call Dominic or Leon, 630-543-1397.
Hi, everybody. This is the Donna Sports, Don Figarelli, telling you about one of our great sponsors, all right? Pyramid Pizzeria and Sports Bar. That's right, Pyramid Pizzeria and Sports Bar. Addison's favorite pizzeria at 236 West Lake Street in Addison. Phone number 630-458-0777. Hot, fast delivery. 2012 Addison's Pizza by the Slice winner. Yes, best thin crust pizza, best sausage pizza, best pizza sauce. Late night delivery. Here's their hours, Sunday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's 10:30. Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Minimum order $10, delivery charge only $2.50. Menu prices subject to change without notice. Dine in, delivery, carry out, catering. That's Pyramid Sports Bar and Pizzeria. www.pyramidclubaddison.com. Go there. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. The Town of Sports here with the big guy and Jack Red Ryan. Tommy, you're a great trivia guy. What have you got? for the
Well,
folks?
the Kentucky Derby's coming up pretty soon, and there was a horse by the name of Man of War
Oh yeah.
who won 20 out of 21 races or 19 out of 20. He lost one race by maybe inches because they didn't have the gates in those days. They had the starting start. What was the name of the horse that beat him?
Oh,
And
I
wanna-
know that. But
Okay,
go
don't-
ahead. Maybe some of our listeners do.
I will-
That's right.
I will tell you that the name of the horse that beat him is a term in sports. And I'll
right.
give you an example.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Let-
I know what it is.
Oh,
Do you don't?
Yeah, but
Jack?
I heard this before.
Okay.
I'm not going to say.
Okay, but that's a good.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that.
Anybody in the back room know
Jo-
that?
Johnny Shonda in there. You know what the name
I
of
say
that
it?
horse was?
Can I say
That beat John. You don't know that? John Shonda in there. He's John's partner. Well, you know what? If you think about it, it's really easy. To get it.
It's obvious in a way, but
if I was fighting Rocky Marciano
And you won.
and I won, what would that be?
Fiction.
That's right. Yeah, but what is the term?
Yeah, and the
when
interesting
you're not expected to win, but you win.
right, and the
Well, it's
interesting
just an
thing,
easy name. It's one letter.
Wrestling.
our nephew has the original barn at his Lexington farm of Man of War, and I've been there. Yes, and Man of War, I believe, is buried in Lexington.
Yeah. When they say that the horse is 16 hands high, what does that mean? How do
They measure this way. These are hands from the finger to the thumb.
really?
Yes.
16 of them.
Yeah, 15, 16, whatever.
Wow.
What if you got small hands?
They are. Well, then you got a smaller
Well,
horse.
then, yeah, right. Average, I would think. But that's what
Yeah.
that means, huh?
Yes, 16 hands high.
Mhm.
But no, and I've been to that Man of War, and all the stalls around him were the same at that time. He purchased that, which is, and his. As a matter of fact, one of our family friends won the Kentucky Derby in '62, and the horse's name was Lucky Debonair. It was Dan Rice, Donata Farms. You heard of Donata Farms?
Well, I think so. Yeah.
Donata Farms is out near where.
Oh, by the way, you still have that box? Remember, you
No, I gave it up only because everything changed at Arlington. The turf is different. They don't race every day like they used to.
Well,
it was
yeah,
great
well-
for business to take the
Oh,
people.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And you know who was behind me? Who had the big box behind me?
Your buddy, what the heck, McKinnon, not McKinnon.
Ed McCaskey.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was a good guy.
No, O'Leary, not O'Leary. O'Kasich.
No.
You
It was
worked
my.
for-
but it was my box.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had the right to the box and also to the club.
Uh-huh.
But Ed McCaskey was behind us.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. That's why he was a good friend.
Yeah. Hey, you guys in there, if your stomach, you don't feel good, your stomach is what? What would you say? Your
Bloated.
What
Well,
else?
somewhat, yeah.
What would you say back there?
What would you, if your stomach, you don't feel good, your stomach is...
I don't know, rumbling.
What else?
Yeah.
You don't feel good. What do you feel like?
Queasy.
You're what?
Hungry. I have an blank stomach, right? Upset. Oop.
Upset.
that's
Spills the
it.
beans.
Yeah.
Jack. It
Sorry, I
lets
didn't
it
do that on
out.
purpose,
The
America.
name of the horse was Upset. Ever since then...
That's the
Upset.
name of the horse.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, ever since then, if in any sporting or anything really,
Right.
that's the term that they use.
Are you sure
Right.
it wasn't Beetlebaum?
No, yeah.
Did Man of War? Man of War was the movie. Well, there's been several movies on horses. That,
Seabiscuits.
Seabiscuit was one.
yeah, that's right. Seabiscuit was.
And the other one was the where Seabiscuit beat who?
War Admiral?
Oh yeah,
and you know
War
what
Admiral.
you know what they called him after the race? Rear Admiral.
That's right. That was the big thing.
Really,
for,
because he was second.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was such a big thing in this day.
Oh,
Right in the middle of the Depression, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And what else was the same thing that you can say that Don is always attired with? In those days, when you went to the ballpark, everybody wore a
Fedora.
hat.
Hat.
Yeah, they
right.
really
that's
did.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, you look at,
everything. Look at the old movies. Everything was all the hats.
You look at the films of baseball, boxing, wrestling. Everybody had their Sunday best or sport coat or, something on.
Oh yeah, even You on an airplane? Even remember you went on an airplane. You dressed up.
You wouldn't go out without a hat, Murray.
You were right. Yeah,
Right.
or church. I mean,
Women wore something in
I
church.
was in church Sunday with a sport coat on, and
they had jeans, I'll bet.
I was the only guy with a sport coat.
Yeah.
Here was
Everybody
Easter.
had wash pants, jeans, and
Blue
stuff.
jeans and flip-flops.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
But that's
Well, if you think about it, it's what you should, and you're bringing to inside of you that you should count. But it doesn't hurt to have the old Easter parade going there.
yeah. Well, right. Well,
Little respect, maybe.
yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
what it was. The ladies
Try
always
to.
used to wear a hat, right? You had to have your head covered,
I got something for you guys to
ahead,
talk
John.
about a little bit. Northwestern and this unionization of the college football players. I don't know if you've covered that subject
I don't
recently.
think. Yeah, it's a good subject, Johnny, but I'm not for it. I know.
Well,
I don't know about you, big guy.
Here's the only thing that may happen. Let's say that you go to a school because of a coach, and that coach leaves. Sometimes if you want to leave, you're off for a year. You ought to have the right to go and play somewhere, I think, as a ball player.
It should be
They
really
shouldn't
give a release.
Yeah, they shouldn't be punished
No.
not to. So, no, if you wanted to follow your coach. Those are the things that, and also the health issues, I can understand that, protecting them.
Well, yeah, that I can
Yeah.
understand.
Well, sure.
But getting, when they talk getting paid, you're getting a great education. I know it's hard work, but that's your choice.
Right, exactly. Yeah, your BMOC, as you said, nobody paid for my kids down at the college, and we did the parent loan, student loan, mortgaged the house, everything, but they got them through. But another point is with the unionization is what was I going to say? I'm losing it again. But as you say, it's voluntary, and it's not work as such. It's just a perk.
It's an activity.
Yeah, it's a perk.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
I put 7 kids through college, through 7 different universities. And some had partial scholarships and some didn't. Of course, it was different at the time. But money is money related to any period.
It's never cheap.
Right. And now I went to Marquette on a full scholarship and was there 2 years, and then a little injury, and then left and went in different sports. But it's still some of the kids, and I can understand feeding some of them, because they do that in grade school too. You had milk when you went to grade school, didn't
yeah,
you?
Right.
And you probably snuck in a punchki?
A shot of whiskey once in a while. But no, look, what about the schools that are borderline? Their argument is, well, you're making so much money, and this and that. Now, what about the schools that are smaller, Division III and so on, and the attendance isn't that much, so they want to be union. We want to raise now. So the school, wait a minute, we only got 1,000 people that come to the game. Now you guys, you want to raise, well, we're going to strike if we don't. You know what I mean?
It won't happen, I don't think.
Yeah, it just
And
shouldn't be.
And you let the unions get in, or you're going to be paying dues and everything.
Yeah, and you get Tony and Vito in there.
Yeah. Hey, boss, come on now, boss. We're not like that.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't do that.
I think it's not like there's terrible conditions somewhere that need to be rectified.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's being exploited as such.
Yeah, that's right. That's another thing, right? It's a glamour. Those guys are honored. I mean, to be a football player, and at the school and be a star. I mean, all kinds of accolades.
On the other hand, I remember the issue was up to the 70s. The NCAA would not allow you more than one game in your market area, Chicago, whatever, on television. And it was Notre Dame led the way with others that they said, no, you shouldn't be able to do this. And eventually they went to the Supreme Court or the Sherman Antitrust Act. They said, yeah, this is wrong. They can't say that. So now the coffers are full thanks to the little action. Now you can see how many games in an area. Unlimited, probably?
Right.
Notre Dame and Michigan State could have been squaring off like that in '66, and we had an Army-Navy game or something here.
Right.
What would happen, remember?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, remember that game? Hey, good subject, Johnny. But we'll cover that again a little more. All right, folks, stay with us. We'll be right back. Hi, everybody. Don Figarelli here, the Don of Sports. Want to tell you about some very interesting people that I know, a wonderful company that they have, Danny and Loretta Rosenmeyer. It's their 25th anniversary being in business, and in conjunction with ComEd. Okay, they do a lot of work for ComEd. They're bringing stewardship to the construction industry for 25 years and counting. Intren, outperforming every day. They're located at 18202 West Union Road in Union, Illinois. 60180. Their website, www.intren.com. That's INTREN. Outperforming every day. Loretta and Danny Rosemeyer. Loretta is the Chief Executive Officer. Her mobile phone is 815-341-4535. That's Intren. 25th anniversary, bringing stewardship to the construction industry for 25 years and counting. A wonderful corporation. Thank you very much. All right, that's it. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. What's up, John? What's up?
On the air isn't running there. There we go.
Oh, now we're on.
Now we're on. All right.
Looking for the light. All right. Hey, folks, listen, follow along with us out there now and see if you agree with these guys about a subject. And then I'll chime in on my thoughts, too. But what I want to get from my new partner, Tom, the big guy, Michael, and from Jack Red Ryan, is best player. Best three players they think in these three big sports. Okay, so I'll start out with you, Tom. Best three players in football.
Rogers, I'll take all Packers. Hornig, and I'm trying to think of another one. I would say I loved the end for the Packers who died. He was a preacher. I forget his name.
Don Hudson?
No. Don Hudson was great too. But he was a defensive guy when they came to the Packers, and he played for them because he wanted to win a pennant. The big guy, black gentleman.
Yeah.
What year was this?
When they won the
defensive end.
Yes.
I know you.
Smith.
No. Boy, I can't think of.
I know who you're talking about. No,
I know who you're talking about. Bruce Smith, isn't it?
No. We'll think of it. But
all right. We'll come
in
back.
Baseball, I go to Ted Williams, Hank Aaron, and Ty Cobb. And I have
Ted Williams? Okay.
Hank Aaron and Ty Cobb. And the reason I say that is Ted Williams missed 5 years in the service.
Oh, that's right.
He was a great player. And Hank Aaron, I grew up in Milwaukee, and I watched him hit home runs, and I know his story. And Ty Cobb, actually, I have a picture of Ty Cobb, who was my father-in-law in Arizona.
That's
and
right.
I'll tell you a story about.
He was a big guy in Coca-Cola, right, Ty Cobb?
Yeah, that was. He was a multimillionaire because of Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
He was called the Georgia Peach. Coca-Cola started in Georgia. They told him to buy stock. He became a wealthy man because of that.
Is that right?
Nobody ever did because of baseball in those days, did they?
Well, I know. I know he was.
Yeah.
All right,
Reggie Smith. No,
Reggie Smith.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you. Very good.
And those were and basketball. Basketball. I being an old timer in that. I like to go back to the guys who could shoot free throws and Big George Mikan and Sharman and people like that. But I'd have to say that Jordan.
Well, yeah.
And then I'd have to say that the guy today for Miami Heat is really great. And then I would, I'd go to Bird or Russell, somebody like that. That's
okay. That's your take. All right, big guy, big red on the end there.
Before I get to that, can I just say that this is a momentous occasion bringing Tom back here. This is like reteaming Dean and Jerry, or the Middle East Peace Accord.
Oh, thank you,
or
Jack.
the merger of the NFL and the AFL.
Yeah, thank you.
It's right up there with all that. And it's good to see you guys again. It's bringing a tear to my eyes. Okay, football.
Yeah.
Richard Butkus from Chicago.
Wow, that's right.
CVS High School, University of Illinois, Chicago Bears. I think that he is amazing. It's amazing that the 1965 draft, the Bears had 2 extra first-round picks, which they did through trades from previous years. But Butkus was number 4 overall, and Sayers was number 5.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard not to put Sayers up there because there are a lot of great runners, don't get me wrong, but this guy, the moves he could do, the way he could shift where he's going and without losing any speed. He was only injured once ever in his career, in his life, when he that was it.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I think that's my 2 picks. And the third one's going to be kind of hard. I suppose Johnny Unitas for his particular skills and the absolute best passer ever. Although some say Sonny Jurgensen was a more pure passer than Unitas, but I guess it's results that count too. So baseball, I guess maybe Willie Mays. From what I hear and see of statistics, shoeless Joe Jackson could do it all. And he was cut off when his batting average was still getting better. It was at 380? No, that's 386. It was something like that, though. And which is going to make me one more sentimental favorite, Nellie Fox. No power, no great arm, but we could move that ball around. He could bunt it and put it where he wanted in all fields.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
Then
that's right.
kind of. And then as far as basketball, Jordan, and I think maybe a guy like Bob Cousy. He was 5'9", they say, which means he was probably shorter than that. And in his day, with the Celtics, he was a playmaker, wasn't he?
Yeah, you're right.
And beyond that, I can't think of anybody that I would be qualified to choose.
All right.
I disqualify myself.
All right. I got Jack. I'm pretty close to you on football. Okay, because I think the best in me in football, Walter Payton. Dick Butkus, and Johnny Unitas. So that's why I think that my 3 football. In basketball, Michael Jordan. I mean, it's just that's what I think, right? Michael Jordan. And you guys didn't pick this guy, but he was so dominant for 15, 20 years. Wilt Chamberlain.
I thought of it.
Yeah.
But he couldn't make free throws. and
Well, yeah,
really
but
part of the game.
Well,
and
it is part of the game.
Standing
Yeah.
above the basket, you can just throw it down.
Yeah, right. But,
How about
well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm talking about an all-around player. I mean, that was a good choice, but because of free
Damn,
throws, I don't take
100
it.
points in one game. No one's come close to that.
And
you couldn't stop him.
You're right. I knew a college guy that had 120. Played for Bevo Francis. Played for Cumberland. Really.
Yeah, that was
But-
college, though.
Yeah, and then how far away were they? You were farther away on half of your shots than he ever was.
But to make him, yeah, I know. He was dunking all the time. All right, let's see. Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird.
I like Larry Bird, yeah.
I think Larry was terrific. As a matter of fact, I went down to his house. He lived in French Lick, Indiana, Tom.
That's right.
yeah?
Yeah, French Lick. We were down there. I wrote him a letter. I said, "Hey, Larry, can I come? Because there's a nice resort down there, French Lick, and
It comes from Salt Licks, is what it comes from.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Not like Salt Lake City, but
No,
Salt Lick.
right.
The deer and all
yeah.
that.
The deer used to lick the salt. You're
Do
right.
you know that the Cubs and Sox actually both trained there in spring training at one time?
No way. Is that right?
I wouldn't lie, would I?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Down in
Right.
French Lick, Indiana.
You can look it up.
Huh? Yeah, look at all right. And then for baseball, I got Joe DiMaggio, Pete Rose, and Ron Santo. But I mean, that's a little bit.
but
That's
I
a little
that.
bit of a stretch there with Santo. But
Yeah.
he's the greatest of all time. I could say Willie Mays and guys like that. But I think Joe, no one's ever going to break that record, right? 56 in a row, hits in a row, games in a row.
Here's a baseball player who I believe has 2 records will never be broken.
What are they? See if we can guess them.
I'll give you a guess. 2 records that will never be broken.
What are they?
Most wins and most losses. Nobody will win over 500 games, and the way the game goes today, nobody will lose 300.
Oh, you mean
Cy Young?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? He never won the Cy Young Award either.
I know, yeah. But isn't that true?
I never won his own award.
The players go what? 6 innings, 7 innings, maybe.
It's a definite system now for sure. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, if a guy's going well, he can do a full game. They'll do that. You know.
Right.
Do you know a guy pitched 2 no-hitters in a row?
Yes.
Johnny Vandermeer.
And he was my manager.
Is that right? You guys knew that, huh?
Well,
you
yeah.
guy know that in there?
That was on the tip of my tongue.
I played for him. I mean, he was my manager.
In minor leagues?
In the minor leagues,
in Cincinnati, right?
Cincinnati's organization.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, he was a real rough
How do
guy.
you like? Was he? Oh, geez.
If a pitcher had 2 strikes on you, you back him away. And the guy, and everybody's waiting for that.
Yeah.
And he threw the third strike. He fined him $50.
Is that
Oh,
fact?
yeah, it was a tough cookie.
Oh, man. I'll tell you, we could go on and on here, but we're going to wrap it up, folks. Tommy, nice having you back.
Okay.
Jack, Red Ryans, thanks for sitting in, Jack.
My pleasure.
We really appreciate it. And when is your show on next now?
Well, we just did a historian show Monday, and
Okay.
that's probably on there now.
All right.
And we're due again for the second Monday, to tape the second Monday for the railroad show. So
All right.
Beautiful.
So you're busy. All right. Hey, John Shonda, thanks for showing up today, Johnny. And John DeVita on the board there. Thanks, you guys. All right, folks, so we'll talk to you next month. Take care now. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, what?
Get down with the sound, house on the ground, freeze when I squeeze, drop to your knees. You must have been out in here to stay, ready to take you around the way, so you're ready for this.
You have been listening to the Don of Sports with the big guy from the John DeVita Broadcast Center on the Windy City Hometown Entertainment Network. Remember to watch the Don of Sports with Don Figarelli every Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. on Comcast Cable Channel number 19. The Don of Sports was directed by John DeVita, edited by Stephen Lehman, and our audio engineer is James Rohde. And the executive producer of Windy City Hometown Entertainment Network is John Shakanda. This program was recorded on Wednesday, April the 23rd, the year 2014. Be safe, and thanks for listening.